Right, hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to episode 10 of the Building My Dream Jump series. It is crazy that this paddock has already made up 10 episodes of building jumps and riding jumps. And it's crazy to think that like how it's looking now compared to how we started. And so the plan for this video is, this is going to be the last video actually where we see this setup looking the way it is, because in the next video the plan is to get the digger and tidy some stuff up and start building more stuff up the hill. So this will be the last one of the jumps looking as you've known them now. And to start off this video, what I thought we'd do is get into some clips of a couple of sessions I've had here recently, because we're right now in New Zealand, we're in a long weekend, our Waitangi weekend, and on Friday night and Saturday night I had a really good session on these jumps the way they are now, and it was just perfect. Things are starting to work really well. And my buddy Kristian came, and Josh actually came and rode on his motorbike as well. So I'm going to do, rather than talk about that session, is put some clips set now to sort of be like a banger session for episode 10, because heaps more tricks went down and it was just awesome riding. So jump to those clips now. Sweet guys, really hope you enjoyed those riding clips. Like, such a cool feeling to ride these jumps, get my first couple trains in with my buddy Kristian. Super sick seeing Josh at that top jump on a motorbike. Like, it's a pretty crazy feeling having jumps that work on push bikes and motorbikes. And while it is a small jump on a motorbike, it still works. That's pretty sick. And unreal feeling to finally have someone flip this one. Massive shout out to Kristian for flipping that one. I haven't done it yet, but I will do it when it's mulched, and it felt real good to three it and to get the first three table done at the jumps, because three table is just my favorite tricks, and to like start linking up some tricks like 3 to 3 or like flip to 3, stuff like that, just felt unreal. So the plan for this video, now you've had a bit of riding, which I hope you really enjoyed, is we're just gonna do a little bit of tidying up and get all this line now, as we know it now, sort of squared up and ready to go. So it's sort of close to perfect and ready from the digger comes in, so the digger can just smash out the work. So to start off with that, what we're gonna be doing is over here, we've got some weed sprayer like Roundup. And so what I need to do is inside this fence down here, just spray all these weeds, get everything sprayed the heck out of it so it all dies, so it's easier to maintain. Because as you can see, it's kind of got away on me here. So spray everything inside this fence, head up there, spray the landing, spray the left, spray along the drain, spray up there on that landing through the berm. So gonna be a heap of spraying today. And also we've got the thistle grubber here, which we normally use for building jumps, but we're gonna be using it today for as a bit more tidy up as well, because over here, there's actually heaps of thistles growing in the paddock. Just gonna rip heaps of these things out, tidy stuff up. So as I say, it'll be perfect and ready to go for when the digger gets here. And as well, there's actually a little bit of normal digging to do as well. So I want to give, in this episode, just freshen up this corner a bit because there's a bit of a bomb hole because we've been riding it so much. And up at the berm, you would have noticed it's starting to flake away. So I need to tidy that up as well. So what we're going to do to start off, grab the sprayer, get in the time lapse of spraying everything. Sweet guys, it's been about an hour and a half. I'm sweating like crazy. Super underestimated how long this would take, but stoked because everything with inside this electric fence, the second paddock, is now all sprayed. Sprayed the heck out of that landing, sprayed that landing, sprayed all on the edges of the fence, right around, sprayed that landing in the back of it. Also grabbed all the thistles out of the way on this side and over there to make it look tidy. So what I'm going to do now is, well, personally I'm going to take a quick break, get some water, stuff like that. But what we're going to do next in the video, what you guys are going to see next is, in this top paddock, again, sheep are going to have to go in here, which is a bit of a bummer, but it doesn't actually matter because we've got all this fence here. So what I'm going to be doing is putting a fence up that goes diagonally up to there and along this side. So we'll do that next. And then that'll be all wired up, be electric all the way around. So no sheep will get in here, so never ruin the jump scan, which is cool. But the plan in the long term, once the digger's been up there and dug all that out, I'm actually going to put a fence, something like this, in here permanently, because then we'll never have to put up wire fences again. They can stay like that and the sheep will never get in. And I'll just save so much time having to fix stuff, and I think I'll look pretty sick with the fence around it. So what we're going to jump into next will be setting this fence up here. Sweet guys, so it probably looks like I'm just running around this field like a headless chicken in the rain, but the fence is what I would say is hopefully halfway done. To be honest, I'm really not a farmer, I have no idea what I'm doing, but Andrew's gave me a couple tips and hopefully he'll come and check it. So hopefully this fence works to protect the jumps. So how it's set up is it goes down here, then there's one wire going to the top to the mains to hook it up, and I'm gonna get the rest of the fence going around here. So hopefully it works. And what's really annoying is it started raining, so potentially all the spraying I did, which took an hour and a half, might have been for nothing. I'm really hoping it does work. We'll find out in a couple of weeks, I guess. But annoying and frustrating, but just how she goes sometimes. And I guess like it just really shows that, you know, how cool owning your own jumps is, but it's heaps of work. So hopefully this sort of gives a bit of perspective on there and gives you guys some perspective and even, like, I guess tips of how to look after your own jumps. And I can't really forget how grateful I am to have this paddock as well. So I know there's heaps of people that'd kill to be in my position, so not really complaining, just sort of finding the weather and like trying to make this frustrating, but all a learning process. So what I'm gonna do is jump back into it now and try and get this fence done, and hopefully it works. Righto guys, so it's actually the next day now. I've had a bit of time to get over how frustrated I was with the fence, and believe it or not, I actually got it finished, so it does go right around the whole set of jumps, everything that's finished, but it doesn't quite work. So my father-in-law Andrew has been really great to me. He said, oh look, it doesn't quite work, and sort of half explained to me why it doesn't work. I don't quite get it, but he said he would come tomorrow and sort of fix that for me a bit before the rams go in here. So super grateful to him, and Andrew, if you watch this, like, thank you so much. And so a bit of an explanation of what I did wrong or have understood it is, so there is actually a second reel here of wire. What I was meant to do, or how it should have happened, is I should have grabbed that reel, gone to the top where the berm is with 3, and taken one up to the electric fence and put a standard by the fence, and then come with this one going to the other side and connect them up that way. So there's 2 reels. That would have made it way easier going up and looping around the fence coming back. The other thing I did wrong is I didn't realize, if you can see that clip there, that clip is for clipping like wire to electric fence and so on to make these live. I didn't realize that was how you did it, and so I actually shocked myself a couple of times trying to work it out. But Andrew's told me now, it's in the future on now, but hopefully in the future I'll have to do it again, because he said he would help me out with this, which is awesome. And then soon I'll actually be putting in a permanent fence here, so that'll be way better. And so to end the video on a more positive note than being grumpy about the fence, I thought what I'd do, because it's been raining all day, it's only just stopped, is because it's really wet, perfect conditions for it, is I'd patch that little bomb hole there and go up and patch the berm. So what we're going to do is head up to the berm and do some patchwork on that, and then we'll do some patchwork on this. We'll jump to the first time that's actual like digging for this video, so hopefully you enjoy it. And actually guys, just before I start the time lapse, I thought I'd explain why it's better to fix stuff up like this when it's wet. So when it's wet, you can see like it's all wet in here. This stuff that's already fallen off will go in and stick together way nicer. And so what I usually do when I patch this up, so for you that don't know, when you make new features, especially you make them in summer, like they're gonna crumble when you first ride them. It'll take a while for them to ride in, and you can see all this sort of dirt that's fallen down here. What I'm gonna do is get this dirt, throw it back in, patched up roughly, and then get some clay, wheelbarrow clay from over there, and fill in the rest of it with the clay, just sort of nice and roughly. And then tomorrow it's meant to rain again, so hopefully it'll soak it in nicely and it'll stick together even better for the next time I ride it. So now we'll jump to the time lapse fixing this up. Guys, so she's far from perfect and far from buttering like how it was the first time, but that's okay because it is perfect to ride again. And what's really awesome about like doing these patch jobs is like, man, it might not look as good, but now next time I ride it, like it'll be rock hard again. So there's gonna be a bit of rain, bit of sun on it, so next time I ride it'll be rock hard. I'll be able to get even more speed through it, more speed for the jumps, and it will crumble away again unfortunately. But every time I pack it back in like this, I do these little patch jobs, like I'll ride and more clay will get what I'm trying to say, more clay will get merged with the dirt, more clay will get packed in. So every time my tires, Kristian's tires, whoever's tires go over this, it'll get better and better. And then but when it comes to winter this year, what I'll do is I'll come and I'll slap this thing up again, get it super buttery, and then like spring, do it a second time by then. So for next summer, it should be, oh, just a bit of water on the lens, it should be like rock hard and ready to go. And that is a good indication of like kind of videos there's going to be a few guys as well, because next summer is still like 10 months away and we've still got like a good 2-3 months of this summer. So videos like this are just not going to stop, they're going to be non-stop. So stoked to get that fixed up, stoked to get an actual like digging build laps in. What we're going to do now is head down there to that landing, get a time lapse of fixing out that little bomb hole. Sweet guys, and there is another patch job done. That bomb hole's filled in, and so again it's not perfect, but what's real cool about it is next time I ride this, once it's had a bit more rain, a bit more sun, it'll pump even faster, but I'll have more speed with that last one to do bigger tricks. And every time I like ride something and pack it back in, patch it up, ride it, patch back up, etc., like every one of those is a baby step, which is really awesome, because eventually like the more I do that, things will get to being like rock hard like that one. That one hasn't had to been packed a second time at all yet. And I could just mean more riding time, less digging time, which is awesome for me to get to ride more, awesome for you guys to get more riding content. So what I'm going to do now is like a wee treat, and I guess it's like a cool way to end episode 10. If you guys have been watching this far in episode 10, is if you've been watching from the very first episode, you would have seen I did a before photo, or before video from the very top of the hill of what the paddock looked like before there's anything in it. So I thought episode 10 would be a cool way to do like a wee comparison where we've got to in 10 episodes, because like this paddock has changed heaps. Like that jump's gone, this one has, those jumps, like the berm, so much stuff has gone in. It's been so cool having all your guys' support. And on that, I just want to say thank you for you guys that have been watching the whole time. Like, it's crazy how many views, how many likes all these videos get. We're actually like closing in on getting close to, by the time this video gets up, sort of 8,000, 10,000 views in a series. That is just unreal to me, so thank you so much. Like, there's gonna be way more. And before we go get this before and after, the plan for the next episode is gonna get the small digger in, smooth out everything in between here with the wee blade, everything in between the berm, smooth out all the flat bottoms, fix up the sides on jumps and stuff, and then we're gonna get into building the more stuff at the top of the hill. So if you haven't seen episode 1, you don't know what's going on the top of the hill, definitely go see episode 1. I'll put the eye thing in the corner of the video now so you can see that. What we're gonna do now is head to the top of the hill for the before and after of where we got to in 10 episodes. Really hope you enjoyed that before and after visual of all the work that's gone into these jumps and how much these two paddocks have changed the last couple of months. And I put the dates in there as well just to give a bit of perspective of how much time it's taken to see, actually, to be honest, to me, how short of a time it's changed in. And I really hope, you know, like, you've just really been enjoying these series. I hope they inspire you guys to get out and like build your own jumps, get in your bike, or even just to work on whatever projects you're working on. It doesn't necessarily have to be riding related. If you watch these videos and you don't ride, that's really cool too. And I get that not everyone is lucky as me. Like, I mean, I've been super blessed to be given this paddock, or these two paddocks to use, and not everyone's in that same situation. But, you know, if you really want to do something, you want to pursue something, like, everyone's capable of doing hard work, everyone's capable of chasing their dreams. So go out and get after it. Even if you build really small jumps, even if you're like not the best at what you do, like, get out there and get after it, and you'll have heaps of fun, and like, you'll reap the rewards. Because when I was a kid, I never dreamed I'd ever have anything like this, you know. And like, part of it's through hard work, part of it's through luck, but you know, like, you guys could all get to a point like this in your lives too. So just want to encourage you to, you know, chase your dreams and work hard for them. And so if you've made it this far into the video, it's been a bit of a roller coaster one, you know, from spraying the weeds to struggling with putting up a fence, it raining, the weed spray potentially washing away, and then finishing on a high with fixing the things up, getting the before and after. Thank you for staying tuned for that roller coaster. You're an absolute legend. Appreciate you so much. Be sure to give the video a like, leave some comments what your favorite part was, what you're looking forward to, and subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next episode. We'll see you in the diggers here in episode 11, guys. It's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss it. Cheers.